Have you ever tried to change the world with a fax machine and a landline? Yeah, probably not. But not that long ago, that was the reality for the organizations out there fighting for the public good. Today, we're diving into the internet revolution, the incredible, almost secret story of how one piece of technology turned local heroes into global powerhouses.
All right, so first things first, let's make sure we're all on the same page. What is an NGO? Well, a non-governmental organization is basically a group of citizens, totally independent from the government, who band together to tackle issues that matter. We're talking everything from humanitarian crises to protecting the environment. In fact, a lot of people call them the backbone of civil society. And that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? They're the ones who fill the gaps, stepping in when governments or big companies either can't or won't fix a problem. They literally become the voice for everyday people.
But that brings up a massive question. I mean, think about it. Before the internet, these groups had all the passion in the world, but they were facing some serious limitations. How on earth do you coordinate a movement with someone halfway across the globe when all you have are paper, postage stamps, and phones? It was a huge, huge challenge.
So let's take a quick trip back in time to what we can call the analog challenge. This was a world of disconnected silos, a world that moved in slow motion. The mission and the passion were there, but they were constantly getting stuck, hitting a wall, because of the clunky physical tools they had to work with. Just try to picture this. You're running a campaign across 3 continents, but all your important information is trapped in separate filing cabinets in different cities, in different languages. That's what sector compartmentalized really means. Nothing talked to each other. Every single donation had to be logged by hand, every report typed up. It was just painstakingly slow.
And I mean, just look at the jump here. The transformation is absolutely massive. We're talking about going from printing posters for a single street corner to launching a campaign that hits millions of social media feeds at once. From passing around a clipboard for signatures to sending out a global email petition with the click of a button. It was a quantum leap from local to truly global, almost overnight.
And then it happened. This revolutionary tool came along that didn't just make things a little faster. It completely tore up the old rulebook and wrote a new one for how social change could actually get done. This was it, the digital revolution for NGOs. See, at the very core, NGOs run on information. It's a simple cycle. You gather it, you process it, and then you share it with the world. And what the internet did was strap a rocket engine to every single one of those steps. All of a sudden, you could pull data from anywhere in the world, analyze it automatically, and then blast your message out to millions of people in an instant. But here's the really crucial part. This wasn't just about speed. It was about trust. When information could flow that freely, these organizations became way more efficient and way more transparent. And that, in turn, gave them a huge boost in credibility with the public and, of course, with the donors who fund their work. So all this new power created this incredible ripple effect, what experts call the network effect. Suddenly, a small action in one town could be connected to another action in a different country, building into these massive, coordinated, global campaigns that had a real, tangible impact. And you know what? People noticed. Big time. The data shows this really dramatic shift in how the public saw these groups. As soon as NGOs started using these internet tools, their perceived effectiveness just shot through the roof. It wasn't just that they were doing more, it was that people could finally see it all happening. And that's because the internet wasn't just one new tool, it was an entire toolkit. All at once, NGOs could launch fundraisers across the planet, collaborate with partners without getting on a plane, and run these huge awareness campaigns. It basically became the central nervous system for the entire movement, connecting everything to everything else. And the audience they could now reach? Over 1 billion people. Let that sink in. Social media gave them a direct line to a pool of supporters and donors that was just completely unimaginable back in the days of posters and faxes. But you know, this story is about so much more than just technology or being more efficient. At its heart, it's really about how that technology became this incredible engine for empowering people and driving real, sustainable development all over the world. So remember how we said NGOs are the citizen's voice? Well, the internet turned into the ultimate megaphone. It took that voice from maybe a whisper in a small town hall and amplified it into a global roar that governments and corporations just couldn't ignore anymore. When you boil it all down, this is what it's about. Empowerment. By connecting people to information and connecting people to each other, the internet gives communities the tools they need to start solving their own problems. It is the engine for real, lasting change, built from the ground up. So, all of this brings us to a pretty fascinating question about what's next. The internet was the last great technological leap for these groups. What's the next one? Is it going to be AI, decentralized networks, or maybe something we haven't even dreamed of yet? Whatever it is, you can be sure it will power the next wave of global change. Really makes you think. Thanks for joining me on this one.